Well, so, oh, would you hush up over there? I think they're mad because they can't go out to pasture, just like the big girl cows, because their calves are old enough, they get to graduate up into the bigger pen pasture and all that. While these over here are just still a little too young yet to be out in the big pasture. But we're supposed to be getting concrete today. It's like 14 or 15 degrees out, so we'll see what happens. I'm not really sure when you can, what the coldest you can pour concrete is, but it's a little cold out. So we're not getting concrete today. I spoke with the foreman or whoever's in charge out there, and he said no concrete today. They got a lot of forming and stuff to do. We got these two deere tractors in here. We're going to, we've been trying to simulate a 70 or 80 degree day so that these air conditioners will work in these tractors. And I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but those two lights up there are a whole heck of a lot brighter than these over here and these four back here. Thank God for LEDs, but we need to get it as warm in here as it can possibly get, so that the air conditioners will work for when the air conditioner guy shows up. It'll work as it should, or not work as it should, and you'll be able to add Freon to it or do what needs to be done to it. I don't know hardly anything about air conditioners except there's a condenser and a squirrel cage and a whole bunch of other giblets. And heaters are a different story. They use the coolant off of the engine and it goes through a heater core and makes the heat that way. You learn something new about stuff every day. I just learned from talking with the guy from Austin that you want cabbed equipment, cars, trucks, and of course tractors to be in the comfort range of 40 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit in the cab when the outside temperature is like 80 or so. And that's what we're doing today, is working on the 7800, 7810. So it's never a good thing when a ladder is propped up against the back glass. Back glass is open and we are taking the bottom cowling off of that seat because it needs to come out because, well, the seat's not bad. We think the blower motor went kaput again because it's not putting out enough air through the vents that it needs to cool the cab. It's always funny how it's always blower motors, or it could be a bird's nest in that thing, one of the two. Now I don't think I would have a need for anything like that, but man, huh. There's just nothing good about taking a seat out of a 7000, 6000. I don't know what the 5400s have them, or 5200s, but yeah, cabbed equipment is definitely a pain in the butt to get the seat out. I wonder, you know, I was looking here at these hinges here. I wonder if we could take it off of this glass, or can we just Yeah,
there's a safety tab right here. Pop this out on each side, push the whole thing up.
We could probably do that, or else. Are you comfortable with the seat just sticking halfway out the window?
As long as I got room, don't matter to me.
Okay.
Let's see if I can raise this up.
Because there ain't no way that the seat will fit through that door.
No.
I mean, it's almost like they manufactured the cab around the seat.
Yeah, they pretty much put the HVAC box in and then build around that.
Uh-huh.
Nice and convenient.
Yeah. Not. I mean, yeah, you got help. He's just standing with a camera in the back of the window. I feel like I should be in there doing that. Are you sure?
Oh yeah, that's all I get paid to do.
Are you sure?
Oh, since you guys paying the bills, you do the work, right?
Well, but I feel like you're just strictly to work on air conditioners.
Oh, I wish.
So you're a carpenter too?
I've actually done it, yeah. I was a handyman, I was a carpenter.
No, I mean, you work for Austin and you're a carpenter?
Oh, no, no. I had my share of multiple jobs at one time. I'm done with that.
You want to just stick to your one thing and then...
Go home.
Yeah. Yep.
Pretty much.
Seat is loose, but I don't have the right mount for you guys to watch us take this thing out of here. I don't really think you have to do that, just as long as we ouch. Just as long as we stick it ass first, you know, or head first out the... I think that we can get it. Oh, and I think what we gotta do, yeah, and scratch the paint while we're at it.
Do that.
Yep. Oh, cushion. No, or not the cushion, the bottom of it. Can you go up any? You got enough room to get to your blower motors?
Yep. Is that gonna sit just like that?
It should.
Alright, cool.
I hope.
Works for me. Good balls.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the easier seats I pulled out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That other tractor's the same way. Oh, boy. Ready? Just tell me what you want me to grab. Okay. Hang on.
Get your edge on the other edge. Hold on a minute. There you go.
Okay.
Get a breather, catch your footing.
Yeah, let me figure out what I want to do here differently. And then what he done was he kind of just slid it back to me on this. Or no, we still got to get up over this, don't we?
Yep.
Okay. Hang on. Oh, shoot. There you go. It can come my way all the more it wants to. There. Hang on, are we caught on that latch? There. Okay, I think it'll sit there. Will it? Or won't it? Can we just kind of try to ease it up against the back window, maybe? The armrest will catch it.
Yeah.
The armrest will catch it. So we gotta do the same thing to this tractor. Take this out of here. That's broke. I don't know how that got broke, but it's broke, and it shouldn't need to be broke, but it's broke. So we gotta take this up. We take these out of here. They're fastened in here somehow. Yeah, right there. You take these screws, there should be screws here. Right there, you take them screws out. Whew. They come out. This whole front comes off. You take this pan out, and then boom, there's your blower motors. Whew. I should have took more clothes off to start with. Whew. But hey, you can never have too much light when you're working on stuff. Nope, nope, nope. Well, Doc, what'd we come up with?
Charging the system now, see how it runs.
Do we need to start it, or can we just...
Not until it reaches about 1.5 pounds, at least in the system.
1.5 pounds, huh?
Yes, sir.
What is normal? Would that be 2 pounds, or...
System like this, between 3.5 to probably 4.2.
Okay. I know nothing about... I know air conditioners take Freon, but I don't get involved with gauges, and that's a whole different story there.
There's a science to it. Once you get it down, it's actually pretty simple.
I hear it's really easy to screw these up.
Yeah, if you mess up the pressures, yeah.
Uh,
The lines on backwards, it can be a bad day.
if you do screw them up, is there any way to reverse it?
If you catch it in time, you can avoid blowing out the compressor,
Okay,
but you have to be pretty quick on it.
okay.
One line suction, the other ones you have to pretty much force in.
Okay. Huh.
Going through the suction line, the low pressure hose, you get it to about 1.5 pounds.
Right.
The clutch should kick on, you can start it, the compressor will draw the rest of it in.
Okay. I don't... Was it this one or that 7800? The clutch would just non-stop. Tung, 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 tung. And then I didn't know if it had to do with the humidity outside, how hot it was, or...
So there's typically either 2 pressure sensors or 1 binary switch.
Okay.
If it reads too low or too high, it'll shut power off to the compressor itself.
Oh.
Or there's a thermostat that goes inside of the evap core. There's a metal rod sticks inside of it to regulate temperature. If it hits, it's got a high and low on it also for temp. If it reaches a certain temp, it'll either, if it's too warm, it sends power to the compressor, turns it on, turns the AC on.
Oh.
If it's too low, then it kills the power to it, so you can't turn that into a giant icicle.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously better to be too cold on a hot day than like sweating your brains out.
It is and it isn't, because condensation, so you got something that's really cold and really hot weather, it's going to create moisture and then it's going to drip. And
well, that's what I was questioning on that 7800 was, would it be better to add more Freon when it's like 80 and humid out, or would it be better just to let it alone and just...
So if you can hook up gauges and see what's in it, then you can add more Freon accordingly.
Because you were saying earlier how conventional, how a tractor or truck or something, you know, comfortable temperature was what, between 40 and 50?
Yeah, 43 to 50 is typical out of the vents itself.
Okay.
The evap core should be reading about 42 degrees.
Oh.
And then you lose the temperature for however far the air actually has to travel to reach inside the cab.
Huh. Do we need to cut the cab? Now I know that these manufacturers that build these John Deeres, these 466s that are in the 7800, put these cords on here. We've never used the block heater on this tractor since we've owned it. It has always started just fine. When it's cold out, it'll cackle, puke, barf. and a bunch of other crazy things that diesels do, but this one, it starts just fine. It might cackle, puke, and barf and sniff and cough a few times, but it'll get going. And there's what this thing looks like with the floor pan dug up. Or not the floor pan, the base of the seat. You got your condenser, evaporator right here. And there are definitely two squirrel cages, one right there and one on this side. So yeah, and then I don't know why we got this all tore apart on this side, but it's all tore apart. Why, I don't know, but it is. So, and I just discovered that you can adjust the brightness of this light. So yeah, this is up next on the chopping block, or the dissecting table, or whatever you call it. Oh, I see. You have to take that cover off there to take out half the floor where the seat goes. That's why that's out of there like that. I see fresh oil leaking on this one here. I'm going to give you a little bit of a lesson. You notice how this tractor looks a lot shinier than the other one?
Yeah.
I am led to believe that the other one sat out its whole life. Not by us, but by the previous owner.
You guys are some of the first ones I see that actually put their equipment inside.
Really?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of places I've been to, and they're usually outside.
That is so hard on them. You got to put stuff away. I see guys even go as far as to put their grain augers away when they're not using them. It's like, okay, it's an auger, it can handle sitting outside.
Goes through the dirt anyway.
Right. He said this one's got too much Freon in it. We haven't started it, so I don't know. I don't know. All I know is there's no seat in that one, and them things are heavy. So how much is too much Freon?
Depends on the system. Each one's different. Depends on how big the condenser is, how big the evap core is, the size of the lines, and how far the lines travel.
How much too much does it have in it now?
I'd probably say we're about 20 pounds over on just the gauge. I don't know how much Freon.
Ooh.
Probably a pound over, 2 pounds over.
And it's supposed to have
Yes.
18 pounds?
No. Total Freon between, that one took 4.25.
Uh-huh.
This one's probably gonna take 4.225.
Okay.
And it's probably got, if I had to guess, closer to 5 in it right now.
Ooh. Well, no wonder it don't work the greatest. It's got too much. I hear a bunch of dirt and stuff in there.
Yeah, it's everything falling into the blower motor.
Do you want a shop vac to suck that stuff out?
Oh, I'll pull it all out.
Okay. No, it's just the feet and the vents. So what are you doing down there? Just making sure you got power?
Yeah, so this blower's not coming on, so we want to make sure that we have power.
Uh-oh.
And we do. So So that's telling me that a blower's bad.
Well, poop.
But we're gonna check because the voltage should change as you raise the fan speed.
And you guys don't specialize in squirrel cages, do you?
We just buy new ones, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it should sound a lot louder than that.